Hi, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Psyched, the psychology game show. I'm your host, Renee.
And I'm your host, Emily. We're so excited to have you all with us tonight, and we're going to be continuing this week's theme of neurological disorders, focusing tonight's episode on multiple sclerosis, which can also be commonly referred to as MS.
Let's meet the contestants before we dive on in to learn more about this autoimmune demyelinating disease.
Hi, my name's Morgan.
Hi everyone, my name's Steph and I'm so excited to be here tonight.
Hello, I'm Emily Aracri.
Well, there you have it, folks. Your contestants for tonight. Morgan, take it away.
I'll take brain and nervous system for 200.
What is myelin sheath?
Go ahead, Steph.
Myelin sheath is a combination of lipids and proteins that surround axons and helps insulate the axons from one another.
That's correct. When people have MS, their immune system damages or destroys this myelin covering, which impairs how neural signals are sent through the body. Go ahead and pick a category.
Brain and nervous system for 300.
What part of the nervous system does MS affect? Go ahead, contestant 3.
MS affects the central nervous system, or CNS, which includes the brain and the spinal cord.
Correct. Go ahead and pick a category, Emily.
I'll do symptoms for 200.
MS symptoms are known for being unique for every patient. What are some of the most common symptoms?
Vision problems, tingling and numbness, chronic pain and fatigue, dizziness, and some balance problems are all common symptoms associated with MS. However, there's a variety of other problems because MS affects how most signals are sent in the body by destroying the myelin covering the axons of neurons.
That's correct. So since MS is not specifically located in a certain region of the brain, it can cause a wide variety of symptoms. So other common symptoms to be named and observed behaviors could include like bladder problems, emotional and cognitive changes, sexual problems, difficulty walking, spasticity or stiffness, and some less common symptoms include possible speech problems or swallowing problems. Go ahead, choose another category.
I'll take symptoms for 300.
Some people with MS become paralyzed. Does MS always cause paralysis?
No, MS does not cause paralysis. Most people with MS are not severely disabled, and about 2/3 can still walk, albeit with the help of canes or crutches.
Correct. Some also use a scooter or wheelchair because of fatigue, weakness, balance problems, or just to assist with conserving energy. Go ahead and choose another category, Morgan.
I'll do background information for 200.
At what age do most people get diagnosed with MS?
Most people get diagnosed with MS in their late 20s or 30s.
Correct. It is most common for people to get diagnosed with MS in their late 20s or their early 30s. However, people can get diagnosed with MS at any age. In addition, it is important to note that, contrary to popular belief, being diagnosed with MS at an early age does not mean that it will be easier for the person to deal with the condition. As there is currently no fully effective treatment, there are only partially effective ones and new ones that are being researched. Go ahead and choose another category, Morgan.
I'll choose background information for 300.
Okay, the question is multiple sclerosis contagious or inherited?
MS is neither contagious or inherited. There may be some conditions that predispose people to MS though.
Correct. Choose a category.
Miscellaneous for 200, please.
There are numerous factors that are correlated with the prevalence of MS. Name 2.
Gender and distance from the equator are both correlated with the prevalence of MS.
That's correct. Women are 3 times more likely than men to be diagnosed with MS, and those who live farther away from the equator. Choose another category.
Background information for 400.
How many people live with MS worldwide?
I think 1 million people live with MS worldwide.
That is incorrect. Would anybody else like to give it a shot?
I think worldwide, more than 2.3 million people have a diagnosis of MS.
Morgan is correct. Emily, I can see where you're coming from with your answer, though, because in the United States, approximately 1 million people live with MS. Morgan, go ahead and pick another category.
Brain and nervous system for 400.
What are the hard patches of debris called that are left behind after the myelin is damaged or destroyed?
The patches of scar tissue are called sclerotic plaques. This is how the disease gets the sclerosis part of its name.
That's correct. Choose a category.
Brain and nervous system for 500.
Multiple sclerosis is known to destroy the myelin sheath surrounding the axons of neurons. This leads to a decrease in what type of brain matter?
I think there is a decrease in gray matter.
I'm sorry, but that's incorrect. Does anyone else want to give it a shot?
There is a decrease in white matter in the brain because MS damages the myelin sheath surrounding axons, which is what gives white matter its signature color.
That's correct. And sorry, but it appears like we're running out of time for tonight's episode, so we're going to do one more final category. Emily?
Miscellaneous for 500.
Experts believe that there are 4 main types of multiple sclerosis. What are the 2 most common types?
The 2 most common forms of MS are remitting relapsing and progressive MS.
That's correct. So in remitting relapsing MS, those that are affected go through periods characterized by relapse, so in which there are new symptoms or worsening of older symptoms that eventually subside, followed by some kind of recovery, whether partial or full, and no disease worsening between these kinds of attacks. And then in progressive MS, symptoms slowly worsen but consistently over time.
Well, that's all the time we've got for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching Psyched, the psychology game show, and remember to join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as we continue with this week's theme of neurological disorders. Until then, stay safe.